everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy full moon. My name is Christina, and I am the owner of the Old Tree Metaphysical Shop and Healing Space. Today is my first ever video recording for Tarot Tuesday, and I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. I just never had the chance to do it, and Spirit finally told me, you just really need to do this. So this is what I'm doing, and it's I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very excited. So I hope that you all enjoy this, and just leave me any feedback. I was going to do this via live stream today, but for some reason it just didn't work out. So instead, I am recording this video and I'm going to upload it onto my Facebook page for everyone to see, and I hope that you enjoy it. Today, we are going to go through our beautiful tarot cards, and we're just going to pick one and start describing what it might mean. I don't necessarily always say what the books say a tarot card means, but in the beginning, when I was first learning how to read tarot, those books were essential to me. I would go through each page and get keywords and associate them with the cards, and then kind of remember those keywords as I was doing readings. But as I've advanced and continued to do readings for years now, I sometimes still key into those keywords, but most of the time I just go with what my gut says and what I'm hearing from Spirit. And it was a real transition to trust that Spirit was giving me the message that needed to be given. And instead of going from that book knowledge, which I love so much, I really had to put my faith into the message that I was receiving from something that I wasn't seeing. So it's a big step. But the more you read, the more you will be able to connect with Spirit and get message and go with your gut, basically, on what the cards say. And that is what the cards say via right side up or reverse placement. When I get reverse placement, I don't necessarily take that as a negative aspect. I kind of use that reverse placement as a reminder as to what that person might need in their process for healing at that time. Because that's how I do my readings. All of my readings and my massages and my energy work, it's all based on positive, healing, loving aspect. So even with my readings are based on providing people with a healing message that they can use on the journey that they're on at that time. So I hope you enjoy this, and please feel free to leave feedback for me. I always love feedback, and let's go. Let's do it. Okay. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to shuffle my cards. And before I do any reading, I always ask for protection from protection by Divine's White Light. I always have Divine's White Light wrapped around me. And I ask for message from Spirit. I've written myself kind of a little poem or spell, whatever you want to call it, that I say out loud before I read my cards, which provides me truth from the cards in message from Spirit and protection from any negativity that might want to introduce itself during my readings. And as I said before, when I do readings or healings or anything that I do, I always connect with my spirits. I have a wrapping of beautiful white light around me, and my angels are always connected to me, and that's really what I focus on, is the positive aspect. I acknowledge that there is negative out there. I respect that negativity. I know that in every course of person in life, we all have light and dark. But when I give my message to my querent, I like to give them the positive aspect of even the most negative message that may need to come across to them, if you can understand that. So anyway, so I've shuffled my cards, and earlier I did a reading and cleared my cards, and let's just go through and see what card jumps out at us right now. Ooh, we have the Eight of Swords. She's been a big player in my readings lately. And I think it's because right now we're so much in that communication aspect of Moon that Eight of Swords is a huge player in this. And she came to me reverse for this. And reverse means upside down. So she came to me in reverse. And as you can tell, I'm just going to flip her up so you can see what she really looks like. As you can tell, when you start doing readings, you can really get an aspect of what the card means if there's a great artist that is making the cards. This deck is called Tarot Illuminati, and I absolutely love it. I've loved it from the moment it called me to it. From outside of the bookstore that doesn't even carry tarot card decks, but for some reason had this one sitting on the shelf. And it has been my go-to for public reading ever since, and I absolutely love this deck. Anyway, so this beautiful goddess is entrapped in the Eight of Swords. She's also blindfolded. The swords are Eastern. They are air, and they are about communication and intuitiveness. So when I see the Eight of Swords, I feel as though it is meaning that the person I am doing a reading for is feeling trapped at that time. There's something that they want to say. There is a freedom that is needed, and that freedom is coming from communication. They need to communicate what they really want and where they really want to go, you know. And with the blindfold, one of the messages that I get is that this person, to communicate what they want to be free, they need to do a little bit of introspective research first, and also need to make sure that they are completely honest with who they're communicating with, and that also means self. If you're going to be communicating with yourself, make sure that you hold on to that truth and that honesty, and be blatantly honest with the feelings that you're having within yourself and communicating with yourself. Don't BS yourself. Just be honest and put your ego to the side. So because she is reversed, and who knows, maybe this card is meaning me today, we're just going to say that. Because she is reversed, I feel as though this card is telling me that this is a new aspect in freely communicating. It is opening my eyes. It is saying what I need to say. It is freeing myself of the boundaries of fear and ego and all of those things that, whether we think so or not, tether us down to certain places. So in this aspect, I like her in reverse because this is something new that I'm doing today, and it is a new form of communication, and it's something that I've never done. I've always been afraid to do, and it's actually quite freeing. So that's what I'm going to take from this card today. Now, you know, we could look it up in the books as to what it means, but to be honest with you, I haven't done it that way in so long. I don't even remember what the books say for the Eight of Swords. I just give the message that Spirit tells me to give with this. And today it is all about freedom of communication and expressing myself openly and celebrating that expression. So that's what I'm going to go with today. So let's go ahead and draw another card, and we'll see what that one means. I'm getting 2 for Tuesday today. Oh, wow. This one's great. I love this card. This is the Princess of Pentacles. And Pentacles are northern aspect. They are earth. They are healing, and they are house and job and family and health and all of those tangible items that you can grasp onto and do something with, right? And so your princesses are all about a growing of a seed. And when I would see her in a reading, a lot of times she would mean a pregnancy, a new baby coming, a fertility aspect going on in that person's life at that time. Which is, she's a great card. She's just a wonderful, beautiful card. And maybe I'm just a little bit biased when it comes to the pentacles. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so this way, if I were to read her reverse in a reading, I wouldn't say that the person's not going to be pregnant or not able to have babies or anything like that. But what I would just tell them, if they were asking me a question about, am I going to be pregnant at some time, sometime soon, or am I whatever, I would just kind of tell them, you know what, you may be able to get pregnant, but it's just not on the radar right now. But practice always makes perfect. So anyway, so that's my take on these two cards today, and the more I do this, the hopefully the better videos get. But once again, just give me your input and tell me what you think. I'd really like to know. And happy Tuesday and happy full moon in Capricorn. And remember to say what you really need to say. This month and last month as well is really about honest and truthful expression. So, and that's amazing that the Eight of Swords came up. So it's really about expression and communication. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What are your goals? Make a list, make a pros and cons list, and get rid of those things that aren't going to feed your soul. They don't need to be a part of your life. Anyway, so get out there and drink in some of that moonlight tonight and have fun. And I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.